Friends, welcome into the channel. My name is Hako. I'm a Zenless creator and I have a deep passion for this game, and I got the great opportunity to try out Yishwan on the test servers before she arrives in the 2.0. So I thought I'd give you my honest take on is she worth it? And here's how I like to do these videos. I give you the straight answer, which is yes, and then I explain upon it, and also when the yes might not apply. So let's get to it. Now, I've been with horror games long enough to know that they usually make any sort of anniversary or big number update, they make that unit really powerful, and that's what we have once again. For really great strengths is how goddamn flexible Yixuan is. To release, at first glance, it might seem like there's not too many characters that synergize with her. Now, a team full of A ranks like Palkra and Panjinu feels amazing with Yixuan. And we also finally have a trash can where we can put all of the HP substat discs that we managed to get. As someone that likes reactionary gameplay, parries, perfect dodges, etc., Yishwan is the perfect character for me. My previous favorite characters have been Evelyn, Ellen, Jane Doe, and they all have time stuff right, especially the new Ellen. And something that doesn't get talked about I feel enough when it comes to Zenless is the vibe that the characters come with. Playing Yishwan makes you feel like you're playing a grandmaster. I know it's a bit of a meme, it really makes you feel like Spider-Man. But yeah, Yixuan really makes you feel like a grandmaster, or she is supposed to lore-wise be Void Hunter level, and she feels Void Hunter level. And just in terms of power, just how strong you feel, Miyabi is the closest thing we have in the game to Yixuan. And honestly, some bosses I almost feel bad for them. When you go up against the corruption complex and he barely gets a move off because all of his legs are just breaking, it's hard to not feel a little bit pity. And I gotta give the dev teams props once again, because they made a character that she doesn't really require anything apart from herself, just base kit to feel complete, something that other titles have not done. I come from a great open world game where most characters feel half crap until you get their second copy. And in Zenless we don't really have that. The most extreme case was Ella, but after the rework she feels amazing, even base kit. Now, something that I thought that they would pull since she's a new agent scaling off HP, I was theorizing that her own engine was gonna be mandatory. And the new Rupture engine in the Box Galaxy and the one on the Battle Pass was gonna be very subpar on her. But it turns out of the testing, her signature engine is goated if you want to power up, but she can make very good use of the engines in both the Box Galaxy and the Battle Pass. And when we're discussing a character that can kill the assault bosses at M0, I think we can spare some extra firepower. I don't think it's the end of the world if they're, slightly weaker. So to me, Yixuan is kind of the perfect unit. She's insanely strong, she works with a lot of characters, already existing characters, and I can imagine her value is only gonna go up once we get even more Rupture agents that synergize with her. And now you might be asking, Hako, is there any time where I should not be pulling for Yixuan? Well, there is always that one case for all characters. Do you like Yixuan? Do you like her playstyle? Do you like, her character, her animations, etc.? Let that be such a heavy factor whenever you're deciding on pulling. You don't seem to like the playstyle, you don't like the character model, you're more excited about Orpheus, by all means, wait, friend. But if you're hesitant on pulling because you think you might regret doing it, I don't think that's gonna be the case for almost anybody. Now, some characters, they feel super conditional, you need this character and this engine and this and this in order for the character to feel strong and potent and feel worthwhile. Yixuan, she feels absolutely goated with a full team of A ranks. And you might be asking me, Hako, what do you plan to do with Yixuan? Well, I am pulling on her. I skipped Hugo, which was the first character I actually managed to skip because I really didn't feel I need him, having a maxed out Ellen and also having Miyabi. I was I just needed one banner where I can just stockpile some resources. I will be pulling for Yixuan, and if I get decently lucky, I'm aiming for M2 because she kind of has the most fun M2 in the entire game. Now, this video might go live before my M2 showcase, and if so, remember to hit that subscribe button so you see the M2 showcase. But honestly, she has the most fun M2 in the game. It is definitely up there with Yanagi's M2, which I don't have, and Ellen's M2, which I do have and I do love. But yeah, her M2 is absolutely bananas. It's not neither, but goddamn is it fun. And for me personally, I'll give Yixuan the highest rating when it comes to recommendations, both for veteran players and newer players. She is an absolute goddamn powerhouse, and as a carry, I think she's gonna be relevant for a long time to come. But also remember, if you don't like the look of Yixuan, you don't want to pull her, For the love of God, don't pull her. Why are we playing games? We're playing to have fun, right? Well, what's the best way to have fun in these games is to play characters that we actually do enjoy using. And when Yishwan releases, I'm sure we're gonna get to play her a bunch in the story. She's gonna have like her own demo. You're gonna be able to try her out a bunch before you make the decision, so you don't have to buy the pig in the bag. So let me know your pulling class for Yishwan down below. And as always, a big freaking hug and thank you so much for watching. And an extra big thanks to everybody that picked up some Ellen merch, available now in the merch store. And I can't wait personally to get my own shipment of it. Until next time, stay safe, Hako out.